Because you were opening up, was it the Drake tour you were opening up on, or was it Lil Wayne? Or was it Lil Wayne?
Yeah, we opened, it's crazy because I keep looking up at like that CD right there. But basically like, so imagine, story time real quick. Imagine moving to New Orleans in 2007, mixtape G-Eazy.
Right.
Like going into Carter 3. Wayne is the biggest thing in the universe, but imagine living in New Orleans.
It's even crazier.
Bruh, like you couldn't walk a block without hearing,
right?
You feel me? Like, and that's peak Wayne living in, in that place at that time was crazy. And I think it was my sophomore year. Jamil, he interned for Voodoo Festival, which was like our big festival in New Orleans. And he randomly gets assigned to help Lil Wayne's camp, like, who was headlining that year. And Carter 3 was about to drop. And he meets his tour manager. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
And Tina Ferris, and she's Wayne's tour manager, and makes such an impression on her. A few months pass by, we're chilling at our apartment, we're roommates. He gets a call, and she's basically like, I really liked you. You made a really good impression on me, yada, yada. I have this position open, assistant tour manager. Would you like to come on the road for Carter 3's arena tour? You feel me? Like overnight, tour, my best friend and, manager, but it wasn't much to manage.
Right.
I mean, I'm just uploading songs to MySpace, you feel me? Like, we're just young college kids, you feel me? Like, the 40s all over the apartment, like, and overnight he becomes the coolest and richest of our friends because he's getting paid something like $1,000 a week or something like that.
Right.
We're splitting rent at $700, paying $350 each. You feel me? Like, and he goes on the road and he's working that close around that camp, like soaking it all up, taking it all in, studying the game, calling me like anytime he gets a second, like, yo, G, this is crazy. I was just smoking a blunt with Wayne. This is tight. Like,
yeah.
And I remember one day, because he stayed with the camp, he would do every tour, and I'm kind of living vicariously because I'm still, in New Orleans, going to school, classes that just got boringer and boringer because I was just so desperately, like, badly wanted to be in that. And he would sneak us on shows when he could, like, no pay, but he'd be like, if you could drive to Indianapolis this weekend from New Orleans or something, I'll get you on after doors open. Wayne won't even know. Like, you feel me? Type shit. And we'd get to be around it. We'd get to see the show. We get to study and soak up the game. But there was one day where he was like, yo, G, I've been chilling on the Young Money bus smoking with this guy. You should check out his music. Y'all damn near, y'all kind of remind each other in a way, but like, you should listen to his music. It's myspace.com/Drake. And like, you feel me? Earliest time. And then he has a bond with Drake. You feel me? And when Drake starts to pop off, who does Drake want to be his tour manager? You feel me? My manager, you feel me? Yeah. And they built, that bond together, and worked together Drake's whole career, and just being around, through a third party kind of like step of separation but having a lens that like I got to learn, I got to be around it, I got to, he would sneak me on some Drake shows. I don't even think Drake knew I was on the shows.
Hilarious.
But then that led to meeting Tez,
right?
Who came to see me at my first headline show in LA. We had sold out to Roxy, and the line is
down the block,
past the whiskey. You feel me? Had kids like wearing all black, waiting in line. You feel me? And Tez came. He said, "Oh, something's going on here. You have my attention now."
Right.
It's not just Lil Jamil keeps banging on me, talking about listen to my artist. He's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, okay, you have my attention now.
Right.
Something's moving. Comes to the show, and that was a pivot, turning point, and that led to what Jamil had been campaigning and trying for forever, was getting Tez and Blueprint Group, G. Roberson, G. Nelson, Al Branch, to come on board and help co-manage.
Right.
And that changed everything. That brought us, to RCA. And then they got me on opening for Lil Wayne all summer. But I was like,
early.
The second of 6 acts. This was like,
people are walking in,
finding, they're like, where is seats? C16?
Yeah.
Type shit.
Like, who's this white guy on the stage?
Right. And I'm like, make some noise. They're like, Where's my seat? But like I was getting like $800 a show or something, 1,000 a show. It was enough to like pay for the bus, barely.
Right.
And just be there, cause like sometimes you'll take a loss just to
learn some shit.
Go put yourself in a position to soak up the game,
Right.
like make some connect, like you feel me, get some exposure, but really just soak it up. And I remember, man, what's his name? Adrian Broner, the boxer.
Yeah, the boxer. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the tour.
He was on tour?
He was rapping that summer.
That makes sense.
And they had him going first, and then it was me.
He probably bought his way
And
out
then,
of the tour.
chill. Nah, shouts out him, man. We
No,
was,
for
man,
sure.
we
Shout out to
kicked
him.
out,
I'm
man.
sure his music
Yeah,
was
we
amazing.
kicked off something. But anyway, so it's like first and second show of the tour, because it was him, me, Audio Push, Hit Boy,
I remember that.
and
Shout out
then
to Audio
2 Chainz,
Push.
T.I., Wayne. That was the package. That was that summer. That
That was the HS87 era.
yeah.
Shout out to
yeah.
Hit Boy.
And you know, and I'm like, I'm sticking out like a sore thumb.
Hit Boy
I'm
did
like,
Random, right?
Nah,
Who did
that
Random?
was OZ.
Who?
OZ.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't Hit Boy do something on your album?
Yeah, we've done a ton of shit, but
No.
so like, you know, I'm aware, like I'm the white boy getting. I'm not finna change my look for anything. You feel me? I'm not finna,
Right.
you know, I'm gonna wear my
Your
varsity,
leather
my slick my hair, do the. You feel me? I'm G-Eazy. I'm
Great. That's what
I'm
you
gonna
do.
be me. And Adrian Brown, I called up tour management after the first show, like, who the fuck is the white boy? I don't want to play after. I want to play before him. Like,
Right.
da-da-da-da. And then, I don't know if I should say this or not, but basically there was an agreement of like a, you know, a
swap?
deal, you
Okay.
know, and I took that, like, I was like, you go second, fine, you know, and
So he was paying to go ahead of you.
like, yeah, just like on some like, I'm like, all
Just-
right, I counted up how many shows we have left added by that number. I'm like, okay, I know
That's
what I can
fine.
do with that. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Go
My
ahead,
pride
buddy.
is not hurt. It's all good.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's no diss to, you feel me?
But no, but fucking.
But I just took it as, yeah, that
Great
was a
deal.
deal for sure.
Yeah.
Great deal for me. Like, and that whole summer, man, like, I would get on my stage, and yeah, it hurts your pride a little bit. Like, getting on, try to be like, make some noise. It's easy to get up in front of a crowd that's like eating out of the palm of your hand. It's hard
to earn people.
earn people, work for them.
Who have
You don't
no
have your
idea.
fans here. Ain't nobody here to see you.
Right.
Like, and I would go back to the bus. We had a little makeshift studio set up. I'd work on making what would be These Things Happen all summer. And then I would come back from the bus to watch either Chainz or T.I. or Wayne every single night. I would watch one of their sets. I would just go sit in the crowd when nobody
Right.
recognized me. And I would just take notes, study how they do their talk breaks, the pacing, the timing, you know, where you place your hits.
Right.
What do you start with? What do you close with?
Right.
You know, when do you do your new shit? You know, I studied all that. And then I go right back to the bus. Like, fuck partying. We haven't earned the right to party.
Right.
Like, and we made These Things Happen that summer. And I was still unsigned.
So you weren't with RCA yet. So when you will go to RCA, you have that album finished?
Finished.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, RCA is one of the 2 labels that had flown me out when I was 19
Before.
in college.
Because you weren't
past.
you doing like fucking Warp Tour or some shit?
That was that was all in the indie phase
Yeah.
between. But when I was 19, I had a song on MySpace that was kind of like,
Getting some legs.
yeah,
Enough to get you- enough to get you
mini
flown
legs,
out.
mini legs, not long legs.
Enough to
like-
get you flown out?
enough to get me flown out.
Yeah.
but enough to get me passed on.
Right.